So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here, and today we are going to review the iPad Air in this video. I've had this product for about a month, so I feel like I'm confident enough about the product to be able to talk about it and all of its features and stuff like that, so let's just take a look. First of all, I want to talk about the design, and as you can see, it definitely does live up to its Air name. It's very light, it's very thin, you can actually hold this one-handed without much of a strain on your hands. You can see the back is much more darker than the previous generation full-size iPads. Also, what I want to say is the fact that you don't have the Touch ID sensor as you have on the iPhone 5S, nor do you have it on the iPad Mini Retina. You also don't have the True Tone flash, but you don't really need the camera on this, at least not on the backside, because it's really weird to take pictures with an iPad. Of course, you do have a 1.2 megapixel sensor here on the front, which is very nice for selfies and for Skyping and FaceTiming and stuff like that. Of course, you do have two microphones, one over here and one over here for noise cancelling. Then, of course, over here you have the two volume rockers and the mute/rotation lock switch. Here you have the power button, and that's just about it. Oh, of course, you also have the 3.5 millimeter jack, and on the bottom, something that I forgot to say is that you have finally dual or stereo speakers. Actually, they're not the best. It would have been much better if they were located on either side of the iPad, but it's still an improvement, and the sound of this iPad does sound rich, and it sounds great. It really does. Second of all, we are going to take a look at the performance, and what I want to say is that this is definitely the fastest iOS device I've used. Now, what you need to know about this is that it has the fastest CPU out of all the devices. It has a 1.4 dual-core 64-bit A7 chip, which is faster than the iPhone 5S or the Retina iPad Mini. It does clock it does not clock, it does rank very high up in Geekbench and all sorts of benchmarks. Just for reference, we are going to take a look at Geekbench 3. Now, I'm not going to run the test, but I'm going to show you here a score. For example, we did get 2,693 points, which is definitely impressive. It's not the fastest tablet on the market, but in terms of day-to-day use, it's definitely the fastest, and all of the games are going to run great, because iPads in general are known to be coded for when developers make games, so every game is going to run flawlessly on this tablet. Third thing I want to talk about is the iOS7 operating system, which in my opinion is good to great, but not flawless. Now, it does run okay on this product or on this iPad, but if you want to see some stutters, you can definitely find them. For example, if you scroll down on the home screen, it doesn't lag all the time, but first, when you first open or load this little spotlight thing, it does lag a little bit. Now, it doesn't really lag, it just stutters and it stops for a second. Also, if you go in the multitasking bar and you go, let's say, a few apps back, let's try and find one over here, Safari, it opens up fast most of the time without any stutters or without any frame drops, but sometimes it does stutter and it gets kind of annoying. It's not really super annoying or anything, but it would be such a better experience if it didn't lag. And as you can see, I can't really demonstrate it right now because it just works perfectly. But sometimes I feel like with Safari, it does that sometimes. Now, as for the comparison between the iPad Air and the iPad Mini with Retina display, I'm going to make sure to bring you the comparison between those two products either in late December or in early January, as my friend over here, who is going to buy. So I'm going to be able to bring you guys that comparison, but in my opinion, if you want a tablet that you are able to carry with you everywhere in your pocket, not in your pocket, in your backpack, the iPad Mini Retina is definitely a go-to product. If you don't have a laptop and you want to use your iPad as a laptop replacement, the iPad Air is definitely it's definitely better because it has a bigger screen. You can just watch movies on it, you can do, email writing and stuff like that. Whereas on the iPad Mini with Retina, you can't really do that. Now, as far as the iPad versus Android tablet debate goes, in my opinion, if you're going to buy an iPad, or if you want to buy an iPad, you are going to buy an iPad. You definitely buy the iPad for the experience. It's seamless, everything works. It's integrated with your iPhone, with your Mac, with your Apple TV, and everything just works together. You buy the iPad for the App Store experience. You just buy the iPad because it's an overall great tablet. If you want to buy an Android tablet, you are going to find some problems with apps that are not optimized for the tablet experience, and some stutters and some other things, because in my opinion, Android is not as good on a tablet as it is on a phone. As I've said, if you want to buy an iPad, in my opinion, just go for the iPad and buy the iPad. It's a great experience. As for the video, that has been it, guys. If you liked it, share with your friends on Facebook and on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel and to my cameraman who is hibernating right now. His name on YouTube is Antonio Denis, Apple Hair Romania, aka The Geek, aka The Gay. But thank you, guys. Peace out, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace. Produce pussy!